Hey guys, so I'm going to make a video for you guys today telling you how to find pawpaws, what to do to get them out of the trees, and then how to cook them up whenever they're ripe at home into your own pawpaw butter. So behind me I have two quite large pawpaw trees here, a Simila triloba, and to identify these trees, you're going to have these elongated leaves. They are alternate branched, and if you take one of the leaves and break it in half and smell the leaf, it's got a very strong, almost diesel fuel like smell. The bark is gray, kind of bumpy, and it's kind of striped whenever it's younger. To get the pawpaws out of the tree, all you have to do is shake it, as you will see later in the video. They're laying on the ground down here. A couple of them are. Let's see. Oh, nice and. Oh yeah. These are soft. These couple laying on the ground. Can't see nothing, but I don't mean there are none. Let's see. One. Ooh. I can feel them. Yep. Whoa. Watch your way. See it right here? Yeah. Down there. It's just this tree right here.
Man, that was heavy. I can feel the weight on the tree. Yeah, you want it high.
Little one down there. But we got a few pawpaw trees here. I'm just hanging out. I think I seen another one here. Let's see here. Hey guys, so I've showed you where to get the pawpaws, how to hunt for them and get them out of the trees and everything. So now I want to show you how to make pawpaw butter out of them. Here I have my lovely assistant, my daughter Ivy here. And we're going to start gutting these pawpaws. So to do this, of course, you're going to need some ripe pawpaws. You're going to need an empty container to put the gutted pawpaws into. Excuse the noise, I have a very hyperactive cat right now. You're going to need spoons to spoon out the insides, a knife. I like to use a little paring knife to cut them open. And you're going to need some paper towels because this gets very, very sticky and slimy. So all I do is I take the pawpaw and I take my knife here and I go all the way around it, kind of like it is an avocado. So all the way around, and then I twist. Sometimes it works better than others, this time not so much, but you'll get something like this out of it. Then I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to spoon out the insides of the pawpaw. And the more ripe that it is, the easier this process is. I'm going to go all the way around the edge there. Go down underneath it. Toss it in.
Can I do this one?
Just like that.
Can I do this?
Go ahead, baby, and you try that one.
Oh, there's a seed right there.
It's okay, you can put the seeds inside too. It's okay to leave the seeds in while you're taking these out. Whenever you go to cook this, it will separate the seed from the flesh while you're cooking it, so you can take those out later. There you go. Let's see how you did. So you got most of it out there. There's just a little bit up here on this end still. Not much.
How about I'll get the insides out and then you finish it if there's more, okay?
Okay, so now that we got these pawpaws gutted and put into the bowl here, we're going to start following the recipe. The recipe, which I'll post a link in the description of the video to get to, calls for 5 pounds of pawpaws, 2 cups of water, half a cup of lemon juice, 3 cups of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now I just weighed my pot of pawpaws here, and it's roughly 10 pounds. So I'm going to double all the ingredients that I'm putting in here. Our first step is to add the water, the lemon juice, and then cook. So we're going to put 4 cups of water and 1 cup of lemon juice.
But I got sugar for you. Can I pour it in?
The lemon juice?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna put the greens in like so.
You see the 1 cup marker right here? This line right here with the 1? Fill it up to that line.
Okay.
You have to squeeze it.
To let it go out.
Yeah, watch like this. See? Not too hard.
It's like milking a cow.
Where have you ever milked a cow before?
Tell me when to stop. I'm looking. Stop right there.
A little bit more. A little bit. That's good.
Okay.
Ooh, we about used it all. You want to dump it in there?
Yeah. Did you already put the water in?
So now we're going to turn it on.
Is it gonna cook and
As
we're
it
gonna
smells nice and lemony. And we're going to cook it without removing the seeds until it's soft. It says to run it through a sieve or a food mill, but I use whisks, metal whisks here, whenever it gets hot, and that really helps break the seeds up away from the flesh. Just going to keep stirring it up occasionally while the stuff is cooking because it will stick to the bottom. It's getting soft. The more I stir it here, the more you can see it's kind of becoming pasty in the pan. My wife was complaining about the smell. She says it's quite unpleasant with the lemon juice in it, but the lemon juice is very important to have in here. From what I've read, adding lemon juice to your canning recipes is, it raises the pH level to help prevent botulism. So if you make floral jellies or anything like that and think it's strange that you have to put lemon juice in it, that's the reason why, to save your life. One of the things you do whenever you're canning is you make sure that you properly prepare your jars. So here I'm leaving these in some scalding hot water, nice and soapy to keep them nice and clean, bacteria free. Alright, so the tool that I use to start straining these seeds out is this. It's kind of a strainer on a stick kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but that and a large tablespoon. So I'll scoop up my pawpaws here, beat it up against the side, and most of the flesh will fall through. And I'll just do this for as long as needed. but sometimes there's some chunks here, and that's where the spoon comes into play. And I will press that flesh down through the strainer because we want as much of that flesh as possible to can into our jars. Most of it's gone. Got my seeds back here. Alright, so I let it cook a little bit too long earlier, so what I've done after I removed the seeds is I've added just a little bit more water so that I can give it time to cook whenever I add the sugar here. Okay, so as you can see in the bowl behind us here, I got a good amount out of seeds, probably, I don't know, a liter, maybe, if you measure it that way, of seeds. And I always save those because I've planted them out in the yard before and they have sprouted, so these are still viable seeds. This is a time that you can take to get any kind of blemishes that you want out of here. So I see some things that I don't like in here. What have I done with my spoon? So little pieces like there's a little bit of red here. Don't like that. Won't pull that out. Don't know if it's good or bad, but you know, this can be your opportunity to get rid of that stuff. Alright, let's see what the next step is. We're going to add our sugar and cook it down until it thickens. It says this takes about an hour, but like I said earlier, I probably cooked it for a good time longer than I was supposed to earlier. So, doubled sugar, we're going to need 6 cups of sugar added to that. Two, 4, 6. That was almost an entire bag there. Stir that up just a little bit. Now it's starting to smell like the pawpaw butter that I taste. And there's a little piece I want to get rid of. Okay, just about finished here. It's coming to a nice boil with after the sugar's been added. It's getting pretty hot. I'm gonna go ahead and add the vanilla. So again, doubling the recipe. 4 tablespoons or teaspoons. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, that smells good. Just go ahead and turn this heat off. Getting a little bit of scorching in there, so need to hurry up and get it off the heat. I'm now going to start ladling it into my cans. I'm doing half pints, and it says to leave about 1/4 inch of head space. You don't want to do too many at once, because if you don't have enough room in your water bath, you'll be in trouble. And it says to put these in a water bath for 10 minutes. You want to make sure when you put the initial seal on, you have as much pawpaw or any kind of residue off of the lip as possible, because that can break your seal and set up molding. So I want spillage off. I'm gonna make these not too tight. I just barely twist them myself. Because if they're too tight whenever you put them in the water bath, then the extra air can't boil out of them. So now, our water bath is getting ready to boil. I'm gonna go ahead and lay them down inside of the container that you're gonna be boiling in. So see, they're totally covered by about an inch and a half, 2 inches of water here. So once that gets to a rolling boil, I'll set a timer for 10 minutes.